I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. The mostly dry forecast continues through Monday as a ridge of high pressure strengthens and builds onto the central plains. The exception is some sprinkles this afternoon and some isolated rain or thunderstorms for tomorrow, but mostly to the north of I-80. Highs steadily warm up from the upper 80s to the mid-90s tomorrow, to widespread highs in the 90s to around 100 for Friday and Saturday. Sunday, that hottest day, with highs in the mid-90s to the low 100s in Nebraska and the low to mid-100s over northern Kansas. With the combination of heat and humidity, it will feel like it's 100 to 105 for Friday through the weekend. Heat index readings as high as 110 are possible on Sunday over southern Nebraska and northern Kansas. Most of the forecast models indicate a return to near normal rain totals and slightly cooler temperatures from the middle to end of next week. Don't count on any big relief, though, from the heat anytime soon. Warmer than normal temperatures are likely for Nebraska and Kansas Sunday through July 22nd, especially the early to middle part of next week. During the middle of July, central Nebraska's daytime highs are typically in the upper half of the 80s, with average overnight lows in the low to mid 60s. Nebraska and Kansas rainfall for Sunday through July 22nd predicted to be near normal. Key weather factors the markets are watching include heavy rain from Beryl and parts of the Mississippi Valley and eastern Midwest, continuing dry weather for Argentina and the Black Sea region, while it stays too wet in northwest Europe and southern Brazil. The remnants of Hurricane Beryl race northeastward, crossing the lower Great Lakes late tomorrow and eastern Canada Thursday. Additional rainfall could reach 2 to 4 inches or more in a narrow band from the mid-south into the lower Great Lakes. Heavy rain, not directly related to Beryl, may also develop during the mid to late week in the eastern U.S. and parts of the Atlantic coast. Hot, mostly dry weather prevails the next 5 days from the Pacific coast to the plains. As heat develops across the nation's midsection, late week temperatures should broadly exceed 100 on the northern and central plains. Across southern Brazil this week, heavy rain is delaying the planting and development of winter wheat, especially in Rio Grande do Sul. Southern Brazil's harvest of second crop corn for now is well ahead of schedule, but delays may start with rain this week. Argentina, though, they are too dry with low soil moisture for winter wheat establishment. In the Black Sea region, expanding drought is adding to the issue of large rainfall deficits. Heat this week in the Black Sea region is also increasing the stress on developing summer crops. For northwest Europe, more unwanted rain is expected in overly wet areas of France and Germany. Farther southeast in Europe, the rains, though, are beneficial. Southeast Europe is much hotter and drier, with issues of wildfires and drought, a trend that likely continues. I'm Paul Perkins. That's a check of the ag weather.